Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
We. We. Match numéro 1. Bonjour mes amis, Steve Dangle ici. Bienvenue à la SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Jackie James just clubbing us over the head with it, screaming it at us. Subscribe, press like, and tell all your friends. And then they said, go Habs, go. Steve, you rock, even if you're a Leaf fan. Thank you. Wish I had your talent to entertain hockey fans from east to west. Thank you. Heather the Avs fan sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, beauty. Francois LaBelle says, bring on fighting for love. I'm so good. I'm such a good singer. Hey, Drew, want to hear something funny? I don't have the feed of the game up. I just forgot about that part. It's okay. It's my first stream. How do I say rookie in French? Oh, I used to know this. Bit première. No, yeah. Rookie. Is there a rookie tonight? Like a surprise one, I mean? Other than the ones we know? Me for not having the aha. Oh, Diane dropping a 20 piece on us. Let's go. With barbecue sauce and everything. Gifting 20 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. Habs lines. Montreal Canadiens taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Texier, Dano, Anderson listed as the second line for some reason, typically the fourth. Newhook, Evans, Demidov, which I've known as the second. Bulduk, Kapanen, Doc. I'm going to call that a utility line. Matheson, Dobson, Struble, Hudson, Gooley, Carrier, Dobish, Fowler. So I telegraphed this on the podcast. Struble getting back in the lineup. The Habs are not preparing for war. They're preparing for a derby. And that is probably the right call because this is going to be a derby. Do I agree with Kapanen over Gallagher? The Habs' strength as a team comes from up the middle, at least up front. So I understand, and especially the footwork. I understand. Hurricanes line: Svechnikov, Aho, Jarvis, Hall, Stankoven, Blake, Ehlers, Stahl, Martinuk, Carrier. Having two Carriers is going to be fun. Jankowski, Robinson, Slavin, Chatfield, Miller, Walker, Gostisbehere, Nikishin. Freddie Anderson is your goalie. Francois Labelle says, "C'est sans la coupe." Daniel D said, "Did you see that ESPN straight up excluded PK from the East Series predictions? Probably because he said no amount of games last time. He says Vegas in 6. Seems like you should probably get him for that. That's odd. Third round, Steve. Can you believe it? It's unfamiliar to you. It's like the first two, but better. Kiss my bottom. If this is your first stream, what took you so long? So listen, I'm not cheering for the Habs. I am merely aware that we have a large audience of Habs fans, and I am calling the game in an entertaining way. If you have been watching, when the Sabres tied Game 7, Rasmus Dahlin, I lost my mind. When Newhook won it in Game 7, I lost my mind. Carolina Hurricanes fans, it will be the same for you. If the Habs score, you're not going to like me. If the Hurricanes score, I think you'll like me just fine. Nothing like your last sip of coffee at 8:10 p.m. Who's scoring first? Asks producer Drew. Nearly 287 hours since second round sweep. That's a great stat from Sportsnet. Give me Jackson Blake. Give me Jackson Blake. Let's go Canes, says Rocket Man. Rock it, man. Boo the traitor, boo. Seriously, though, don't worry about the haters, Steve. Whoops, buddy. This is my 19th season on YouTube. I'm not fussed. and I had a gander at the numbers. What's your series prediction? I think Habs in 6. Canes choke again. You aren't cheering the Habs. You're pro Canada. Okay, so I'm very pro Canada in a lot of ways. When it comes to hockey, nope. I've never believed in, well, there's one Canadian team left. We cheer for them. I've never believed in that. I've cheered for Canadian teams other than the Leafs to win the cup because I wanted to. In 2004, I cheered for the Flames. I wanted to. Hurricanes fans, cover your ears. In 2006, I cheered for the Oilers because I wanted to. And then in 2007, when the Sens made it to the final, everyone's like, all right, we're going for the Sens, right? And I was like, over my dead body. I grew up on the Battle of Ontario. Are you joking me? Drew has a stat coming on screen that Habs fans are going to like. Francois Labelle says Habs fans caused a micro earthquake 0.5 in the Richter scale when Newhook scored. The stat is since 2000, teams that come off a game 7 victory are 7-1 in a series against a team coming off a sweep. That is ridiculous. So, according to producer Drew, it is advantage Habs, which is crazy because the Hurricanes have not lost a game. Which one of these teams will win the right to lose to Mitch Marner and the Vegas Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup final? We will find out now. Come on. It's a joke. Jackie James, I understand. I dislike the Leafs in the core 4. Well, I don't think we love them either. Sens fan respects me not cheering for Ottawa in 2007. I respect you for that because let's turn the tables, right? Leafs are in the cup final. No, no, there's no shot. No shot. By the way, the Kings Twitter admin got in trouble. I think this was in 2012. Was it 2012? When the Kings played the Canucks in the first round. And they're like, yeah, don't worry, Canada. We're going to do this for you. Canucks fans were upset about that, but it was valid. No one across the country other than BC wanted the Canucks to win. They were the Death Star. They were unbelievable and also sort of unlikable unless they were your team, which I totally understand. I wanted the Bruins to win in 2011. Keep in mind, this was 2011. It was a different world. The Leafs had not blown a 4-1 lead to them yet. It's like being a Yankees fan and cheering for the Dodgers in the World Series last year. Sacrilegious. It feels wrong. But also I wouldn't expect you to cheer for the Blue Jays, you know? Habs night Stanley Cup final is Steve's worst nightmare. It's up there. Corsi gods versus PDO gods. Something has to give. Arnaud Deschamps, 7-1, and the one is the Habs during the bubble. Oh, for crying out loud. The Cardboard Man 2.0. Go Habs, go. Fishing 2020 or 220. Sorry, Leafs in Cup final is a good one. Oh, shush your face. Marner's first year in Vegas wins a cup. Checks out. Oh, hey, wins a cup and the Conn Smythe. Go Habs, go, says the Cardboard Man again. We're about to drop the puck here. Jakub Dobish against Freddie Anderson. You're pro Egypt because you are in denial. Join us already. We'd love to have you. When's the last time same city won both women's and men's Stanley Cup? Ooh. I don't know if it's ever happened. Round 3. This is the Eastern Conference Final, looking to crown Eastern Conference champions. Carolina, Montreal, tonight. It's game 1, SDPN YouTube channel. We're watching along. Puck is about to be dropped. It is dropped, and Carolina wins the opening draw. Shoveled into the Habs zone. Dobson and Hall battling for it. Oh, wrap around. Hurricanes. The Habs have really struggled with their starts in these playoffs. Dobish with a big stop there. And this is going to be down the ice for an icing. Nice and early. What a start for the Carolina Hurricanes. Francois Labelle, I said it before, Carolina in 7 years. That's hilarious. This line, man, this line, Taylor Hall, Logan Stankoven, and Jackson Blake. I was pretty close to right there, Drew. Jason Blake's son. Unbelievable. Face off in the Montreal zone. It's Evans versus Aho. I thought they were kicking Evans out. There you go. And puck bobbles around. Habs win it, but they can't clear the zone. Svechnikov. Here come, they score! The Hurricanes open the scoring. It's Seth Jarvis with a laser beam off of his stick. The Hurricanes showing no rust. Shot out of a cannon to start game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. It's 1-0 for the bunch of jerks, as they proudly call themselves. It's a kick pass. It was Aho, I think Svechnikov to Jarvis. What a stacked line. Unbelievable. Just under, they said 33 seconds in. Habs have really, really struggled with their starts in these playoffs. Habs can barely get out of their zone. They do now. Suzuki to Caulfield. This line has to be better at 5-on-5, and maybe they are. They score! A minute in, we got a pair of goals. Cole Caulfield alone in front, rips it past Freddie Anderson. This thing is knotted at 1 minute in. This Eastern Conference Final is all gas, no brakes. What did I tell you before the stream even started? Hey, that Dangle idiot says we need to be better at 5-on-5. And Cole Caulfield says, much obliged. A nice feed from Yuri Slafkovsky. And it's 1-1. Giggling Cat says, goal! Remember, Habs comeback merchants, you were right instantly. As an urbanist, I have to support trains over cars. That's clever. That's clever as hell. If you don't get it, someone explain it to them. Habs trying to get out of their own zone. Nice play on both goals. Go Habs, go. If the Habs win, does it count as a comeback? Technically, no. Technically, yes, but really, no. Habs get it down the ice. Freddie Anderson out of his net to play it. What are the shots on goal? 3-1 for Carolina. Excited to watch my Hurricanes with Steve Dangle. Go Canes. Love the SDPN crew. Goal Caulfield. He's unlocked the first line. He might adjust. Habs with another chance. Bolduc stop. Shot from Dobson. Here's another one. Anderson stopped that. He thought he scooped it into his glove. Hurricanes trying to get out of their zone. They do. Whoop, they stay on side. Matheson, took a really heavy hit there. Down the ice from Kapanen. He gives it away in the neutral zone, and it's sent deep. Remember when the Leafs lost to the Canes because it was their own Zamboni driver who works for them was the Canes e-bug? Best Dangle rant ever. I don't recall that. Sedin Magic. I'd say they've earned this one. Let's go! Absolutely. Dobish puts it in his glove. We're not even 3 minutes into this thing. Let's get another look at this Bolduc chance. Doc, Bolduc. That was a really nice chance and a really nice stop there from Freddie, not letting him sneak at 5-hole. This is not the fourth line. Kapanen, Doc, and Bolduc. Bolduc's been too good. Francois Lebel gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. Anderson allowed 2 goals or fewer in every game of the 2026 playoffs. What an insane stat. Hurricanes tip it on. Struble out there for his first shift in a while. Started the playoffs for the Habs. Was a healthy scratch. Here's Lane Hudson. Through the neutral zone, shovels it. Jake Evans going to chase after it, but he's heavily outnumbered. That pass skips over a Hurricane stick. Demidov. Habs have a chance here. Passes it. Oh, Evans had it teed up, and he blew it. Now the Hurricanes come the other way. It's Hall. He's stripped. Evans, that's a tap in for Jake Evans. That's going to haunt him if the Habs lose this game. The Schwartz lock. Welcome to STP VIP. Here come the Hurricanes. Jarvis is stripped. I won't lie to you. These black jerseys, real hard to read the numbers. And Drew says they also suck. Aho passes it to Svechnikov offside with 16:05 still to go in the first. Francois Lebel gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Oh, it wasn't offside. Sorry, it was a penalty against the Hurricanes. Montreal. Then why'd they call it dead? Did they? That play would have been so sexy, and he just healed it. Oh. Suzuki takes Walker down. Oh, it's 4-on-4. So are they calling Walker for the dive? So the graphic says embellishment on Suzuki, but the graphic is, I assume, wrong. Bills Mafia. Hey, Steve, on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is Carolina's aggressive forecheck? They're not playing against my team. I'm fine with it. They're so good, dude. I watched a lot of them. I watched more of them in the first round against Ottawa. They had to get out of that series fast. And I think Hurricanes fans will back me up on this. They had to get out of that fast because I think if that series went 6 games, they would have been exhausted. Habs get out of their zone. And here's a breakaway. Philip Deneau scores! We're barely over 4 minutes into this thing. Hurricanes get off to a very fast 1-0 lead. Montreal, bang, bang. Caulfield and Deneau score to make it 2-1 Montreal very early in game 1. And Freddie Anderson's streak of allowing 2 goals or fewer is in peril. Noted Alan Walsh client Philip Deneau makes no mistake. Before you go making Leaf jokes, it was Jack Campbell in that series. Shut up. That was only 9 seconds into 4-on-4 action. Francois Lebel gifting another 5 SDPN memberships. Vintage Freddie. Oh, we're already getting the chirps. Noted Alan Walsh client scores. Thoughts on Canada versus Norway? Yeah. Cam Talbot mix in a goal challenge. Giggling Cat says hype. Anderson shot on Anderson. Stop by Anderson. And Anderson covers it. I don't know about you. I'm having a really good time. Drew says, what is this, the Matrix? And that was Deneau almost setting up Anderson there against Anderson, but Anderson stood tall. Anderson making sure to cover the rebound to prevent Anderson from getting the assist. Smart play by Anderson. Yeah, I don't miss Anderson, says Emo Jalapeno. As of now, he's still only allowed 2 goals or fewer. The Hurricanes fans are booing the ref less than 5 minutes in for kicking a guy out of the faceoff dot. I think I might have missed one. Daniel D. The Habs struggles earlier this playoff remind me of their late season tiredness. Some same level of no breaks, same style of badness. Now they get a rest. Got a rest, sorry. Demidov causing trouble, feeds the point. It's Dobson to Hudson. These two are going to play a lot. Svechnikov takes down Hudson. No call. Good stick from Dobson. Hudson. Both Habs defensemen are the two closest Habs to the net. Svechnikov having trouble getting out of his own end. It's still 4-on-4 action here. Svechnikov shoots. Stopped by Dobish. Hudson. Up the ice to Evans, who goes back. So, Steve, we cheering for Habs or Vegas in the final round? Canes and Avs had a good run. Sorry, Drew. I cheer for the Leafs. That's your answer. Then, now, and forever. Here come the Habs. Carrier. New hook into the glove of Freddie Anderson. I think the most surprising thing about that sequence is someone stopped Alex Newhook. Jackie James, the Canes are lucky to play in the Metro Division. Tampa and Buffalo are better teams than Carolina. Whoa. Habs need to get Rasmus Anderson and Anders Lee. I would think I would refuse to stream their games if they did that, just for how difficult that would be. Fun fact, Montreal swept season series with Carolina this year. I saw that, but it's the playoffs. It's so different. Newhook gets kicked out of the faceoff dot and they cheer. Texier is going to take the draw against Jordan Stahl. Still going. Scramble draw, Chatfield. Slow entry, Stahl. That's fired into the corner off a deflection. Newhook slows it down. 4-on-4 action is now over. So we're back to 5-on-5. Suzuki out there gets the feed from Newhook. Carolina takes that with numbers. Chatfield over to Slavin. I love going from Carlson to Anderson versus Anderson. That's so confusing. Dobish covers it up. 13:37 to go in the first. Shots are 6-5. Man, we've streamed a lot of Habs games these playoffs. Habs Lightning, the whole series, obviously. Habs Buffalo, whole series, obviously. There were a lot of games where neither team would have 5 shots like 10 minutes in. Is Justin Williams now just an old hook? Ugh. That one needs work. Hurricanes trying to jam the front of the net. Doesn't work. Slavkovsky gets it to Suzuki. Back to Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky shoots. Stopped by Freddie Anderson. Hurricanes going to get out. Hurricanes not defending. Oh! Almost a chance for them. Hurricanes not able to defend nearly as tightly as I thought they would be against Montreal. And no icing there. Yeah, it's true. They've had 75 days off. You're right, Drew. Is this going to be icing? It is not. Anderson out of his net to play it. Swatted by Bolduc. Back to Hudson at the point. Tries to get it into the slot. Doesn't work. Hand it off. Hurricanes. Robinson. He's stopped. It's back in front. No, it's not. It's behind the net. Hudson getting smushed back there by Carrier. I'm going to have to say Carrier and Carrier. Here's Carrier feeding the front of the net. Oh, they can't get the shot off. And the Hurricanes, no one at the point. Hab should offer seat Bedard, Fantilli, or Carlson, said Francois Lebel. Just do all of them. Why not? I was going to say, Drew, we're not even 10 minutes in. The Habs have 9 shots, which this might. What's the most amount of shots they've had after 10 minutes? Hurricanes can't get out of their zone. Habs, they have it. They feed the front. And Texier scores! Frederick Anderson has surrendered 3 goals for the first time in these playoffs, and it took the Habs barely over 8 minutes. Alex Texier terminated his contract with the Blues, signs with the Habs, joins them. He's in the playoffs and he's making an impact. How about Philip Deneau? 2 points in this game, could have 3. And it's a 3-1 Habs lead after a disastrous start that no one remembers because they shouldn't. Hurricanes fans gobsmacked. 4th of the playoffs for Texier is a 3-1 lead. Oh, Dobish, if you're a goaltender, don't make me say it. Hurricanes still have it. Francois Labelle gifted another 5 STPN memberships. Habs in 3, choo-choo. Habs out shooting Game 7 Tampa already. Oh, my God, you're right. Canes are starting to second guess after 2 weeks off. This one's for you, Francois Labelle. Choo-choo. Giggling Cat saying, ole, 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 ole. Or no, Giggling Cat said, ah. Francois Labelle said that. Maybe we should think regular season has impact or value. Maybe you're right. This building is restless. They are not happy with what's going on. Deneau heard you saying he's no Barkov. Yeah, sorry, he's better. My bad. Got more playoff points this year. Hudson, that was odd. Suzuki hands it to Caulfield. That's a good forecheck by Martinook. Really screwed the Habs up there. Hudson, they're trying it again. They'll have to settle for a dump-in. Those are the little things that Carolina does really well. Oh, Anderson running too hard. Slavkovsky, I think, getting the worst of it. Now Carolina, though, play continues. They drive the net, and off the side of the net goes their attempt. It's in the neutral zone now as Carolina re-racks. Texier is the GOAT. Goat cheese. This is Philippe Letang-Poirier. Too many people overlooking the Canes' record of getting swept in the Eastern Conference Final. Habs in 4. Are the Canes the Leafs of the conference final? What a weird reputation. If you're a goaltender, Dobish the goal. LFG Dobish. I was told Carolina had the better forecheck. They usually do. Steve! Hi, Kyle. Should the Leafs offer sheet anyone? Yes. Carolina shoots. Stop by Dobish. Nikita Grabenkin, because it's funny to me. Slavin is -3, by the way. No, he's not. Drew, can you check? Because NHL.com murders my computer. Dobish stops Jarvis, but he wasn't sure about it. Svechnikov pokes at him, and we're going to get our first brouhaha of the game. Oh, maybe not. Steve, it was 3-1. It still is, but it was also. You remember the classics, my friend. Wow. They just showed that Jacob Slavin's -3. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, for tomorrow's podcast, there's a new AHL team coming to Hamilton, Ontario, the Hamilton Hammers. Matt Martin was at the announcement. Former Leaf. Obviously, longtime Islander. They're the Islanders affiliate. Adam was there, and he interviewed Matt Martin. And we're going to play some of it on the show. So you have that to look forward to. Cody Bell. People don't understand the Habs match up well because Carolina's forecheck is aggressive and the Habs have excellent transition with odd man rushes. This is such a hard game to read because of all the time Carolina's had off, but it's hard to argue with what you just said. Slaff run wasn't intentional. Habs want Freddie in. Oof. Listen, I think Brandon Bussey might soon be Brandon Busy. I'm already getting texts from Habs fans that are just thriving. There's some happy folks. Face off in the Habs zone, won by the Habs, sent out. Shots are 10-9 for the Hurricanes, barely over halfway through the first period here. Habs have 9 players with 3 or more goals in the 2026 playoffs. That's insane. By the way, if you look at how poorly their top line has been at 5-on-5, and you're like, how are they surviving? That's how. And if their first line shows up in this series, which Caulfield scored in the first minute, this is going to be a tough out for Carolina here. Dano plays it back. Insert funny Brandon Bussey whole based joke here. Ew, no, we don't do that. Carolina is the new San Jose Thornton choke era. Hey, that's disparaging too, fan bases. Icing against the Habs. 8:50 to go in the first period. Okay, I'm not criticizing this player because he's a good player. Jake Evans complains to the refs a lot. I'm not saying he's annoying. I'm saying the refs might find him annoying. And he should be careful. Habs win that pass back. Drew's asking if Anderson allows one more in this period, does he get pulled? I kind of think you have to leave him in. Is that weird? Like what? He's not tired. Oh my goodness! Here they come, Demidov! Scores! On a breakaway! Ivan Demidov! Holy cow! He gets the feed and he feeds it to the Hurricanes. 11 and a half minutes in, it's 4-1 Montreal. And never mind what I said about rust. The Hurricanes are leaking oil all over Raleigh. That's a nasty move from Demidov, he was the most snake-bitten player in these playoffs. And then he showed up late in the Buffalo series. There it is, Drew. Fourth goal. And Anderson's still in net. And there's a penalty coming, I think, to Montreal. Yep, for high sticking Andrei Svechnikov. So Hurricanes with a chance to get one back here. San Jose implies the existence of Serif Jose. I feel like there's a color joke there that I don't understand. TV timeout. I'm exhausted. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. It was 4-1 incoming. There's lots of time left. Habs have blown a few leads in these playoffs. They usually end up winning it anyway. Dude, game 7, they were up 2-0 and they blew it. Won anyway, so no one cares. Maybe the Oilers can hire Rod Brindamore after this series. I'd run through walls for the guy, but obviously the Canes choke. Habs want Freddie in. Whoops. I think Drew, let me know what I should do with my camera. I really screwed it up there. Um, I think Brindamore's a top 3 coach in the NHL, like year in, year out. Drew said that's a wild statement. Who's better? It's not a long list. Like Cooper, Bednar, I'm assuming you're going to say. Pete DeBoer? Pete DeBoer. He's Brindamore has not made a cup final as a coach. Has DeBoer won a cup final? Doesn't matter. You're right. He's gone farther. Shoot. Pete, I said Brindamore and you hit me with Pete DeBoer and then make a decent argument. Oh boy. I'm trying to catch up. Wow, this is bonkers. Why would both the Avs, or who would have think that both the Avs and Hurricanes would lose their first game? Hey, there's lots of time left. Also to Drew, I, a Wild fan, hate Duchesne. Francois LaBellson, 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Watching with my 2-year-old. I was 2 the last time the Habs won the cup. Oh my God. Bring the cup home, and by home I mean Montreal. I was led to believe the Hurricanes had good defense. Habs shooting so well. North Carolina is about to be, oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Would you rather get dunked on by everyone for Marner winning a cup or get dunked on by Habs fans for winning a cup? Probably that one. But they're both pretty bad. Oh, and we get a penalty going against Carolina. Dude, fans are going to start throwing stuff. They're mad. They've been mad long before it was 4-1. Aho's going to the box. So it's going to be 4-on-4. Oh, boy. Their fans are pissed. What happened? Oh, jeez. He lays a huge hit on Jake Evans. Makes no effort to play the puck, and Evans does not have the puck. I understand. I'm okay with him being frustrated by it, but I think it's the right call. There's a man in an opera uniform. Whoa, I was not ready for the other guy to stand up screaming, "Ref, you suck." Oh, they're a cappella uniforms? That guy just did Suck It. He just did WWE Suck It. Playoff hockey, where stats and analytics go to die. I leave for a bit, and there's been 5 goals. Yeah. What the hell? I just went to get a drink. Records only count in the Atlantic and Central. Looks like Anderson wants to go back to Toronto. Dominic Ducharme made the cup final too. Damn. It's tragic the Canes built these great teams every year, but can't get a good playoff goaltending to save their life. They had the best playoff goaltending. And then this happens. Hudson spins off. I'll catch up in a minute. Or I'll try to anyway. Suzuki. Hudson. Interesting the Habs are going with these guys because they are going to get an abbreviated power play at the end of this. And you would think they would want Suzuki and Hudson out there. Habs lose the puck, or rather lose the zone. Climate disasters doing worse than Sin Cities. Not really a Karen. Welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Here come the Habs. Caden Gooley stripped. Hurricanes going to try to break out here. Miller feeds Blake. He hands it off. Shot! Where's that? Oh, Dobish did not know. Hurricanes gather the rebound. Jarvis hands it off to Miller. Miller to Blake. Jarvis to Walker. Walker shoots into the glove of Dobish, and with 1 second of 4-on-4 action to go, it's going to be a D-zone draw for Montreal. Carolina's got to be careful here. If the Habs win this face-off, they have a power play coming. Their man is going to be coming out of the box. I don't remember who it was. Who's in the box? If they win this face-off, they could send it up the ice and have a clean break. Hurricanes looking like the tropical depressions. That's clever. Habs win the draw. They don't get it up the ice, though. Hudson, Dobson, Suzuki. Hands it to absolutely nobody. Slavkovsky in the neutral zone. Into the corner. Around. Dobson on. That's into the corner. Suzuki. Hudson. That's deflected off target. And the Hurricanes kill it off. That's a nice stop there by Anderson. Hurricanes up the ice. Aho! Aho! Stripped by Dobson. He had a lane, though. What did Logan cook to get a stinky oven? Shut up. Hurricanes. Oh, wait, I already read that. Walker should go play baseball, not a skater. I don't get it. What a hurricane, or what's a hurricane to Quebec? -40 winter storm. Go Habs go, says Philippe Letang Poirier. Carrier gets it deep. Oh, Kapanen had a great chance off a feed from Bolduc. Stankoven passes. Shot gloved by Dobish and held on to. 4:55 to go in the first. Drew, is it just me, or is the sound out of sync on the broadcast? It just feels like, oh, something's off. We're going to TV timeout anyway. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Sabrain. What currency is that? What is THB? THB currency. Ty Bot. Well, thank you. Tonight, Bob Hartley has become the first head coach to win a Stanley Cup and 2 Gagarin Cups. Oh, did he win the Gagarin Cup? I don't know who he coaches in the KHL. I probably should. Steve, I'm in a metal band from Montreal. We did a Ontario tour, ended in Toronto Sunday to play a local show at the Baby G near Brockton Village. It was my first time in the city, and I loved it. See, we're not all toxic and evil. I'm glad you loved it. Got fridged, says Bot Terry Punch Out in Invermere, BC. Thanks, Steve. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Very, 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 very much. I do not get a cut of the sales of Terry Punch Out. I did not write it. But I did defend it on CBC. Top 3 coaches IMO, Maurice Cooper Bednar. This is Chickadee. Okay, Drew. Top 5 for Brind'Amour? You think he sucks? He makes it through the Metro, so what? I don't care. Getting swept in back-to-back Eastern Conference final. It's the most confusing. How do you evaluate that? You win 2 rounds every year and then get just rocked. You see the Bobby Broccoli Rob Ford documentary? No. Hurricane center it, covered up by Dobish. They're going to start to bang and crash here, and the Habs do not have patience for it. So Drew is saying if the Hurricanes get swept by the Habs, would you be shocked if Rod Brind'Amour got fired? Okay, I'm going to say what I said last year, except it would mean more this year. If you get swept in 3 straight conference finals, I think you have to have the conversation, right? You have to. Now, there's still like 5 minutes Almost 5 minutes to go in the first period of game one. We're a long ways away from that. But in this hypothetical, you have to. You have to talk about it. Speaking of coaches, updated take on St. Louis. Yeah, he's good. That puck goes out of play. 4-1-6 to go in the first period. Shout out Toronto. Am I right? Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Oh, from the chat, is Rod Brindamore a top 3 NHL coach? It's very close. 44% of you said. No way, 28% of you said. Yes, 28% of you said. And that's with 1,000 votes. Very active chat tonight, which means I hope you all clicked like. Yep. If you answer the poll, you have to click like. I don't make the rules. It's free. It's easy. It helps us. Just click like. 6 road wins for Dobish, most by a rookie goalie. Is that true? Are the Canada Reads books on Audible? Still hoping to see Black Aces over there. I believe they all are, yeah. Terry Punchout was late to the party, but there's a Terry Punchout audiobook. Here comes Demidov, one-on-one. What a move. Waits for reinforcements. Hands it off to Evans, who can't center it. Demidov gets it back. Demidov, shot. Stopped by Anderson with 3:44 to go in the first period. As I sit through these ad breaks, I think it's ironic that the Vegas home broadcasts are the ones I see the least amount of betting and polymarket ads. This is Anime Cowboy. Huh. Does Vegas want you playing that, though? I think Vegas wants you going to Vegas, right? Oh! Suzuki almost made it 5-1 in the first period. Chatfield can't get out. Slav has it stripped off him by Jarvis. He's going to try to break out. Stripped by Slafkovsky. My goodness. The Canadiens are city TV everywhere. The Hurricanes look slow. But here comes Aho. Oh, nice move. That goes just wide. Bombed from the point into the glove of Dobish with 3:06 to go in the first period. Yeah, I'm not crazy. The audio, the game audio, like the puck hitting the sticks and everything, it's off on my feed. Cam Ward never got 6 road wins in 06. Yeah, that's got to be wrong. You won the cup. Wait, this isn't the Ducks game. I had forgotten to click like till you told me. Sorry, busy sorting and putting away new hockey cards. Hey, I get it. Was disappointed Jesse Blake wasn't doing the Montreal series. How did you deprive him? Can we vote Jesse for the finals? You were great. You were a great 1B. Jesse's got a bunch of weddings. That's why. Does Rod get fired if they lose the Eastern Conference final and not a sweep? Yeah, I mean, if it's a 7-game series, I think that's kind of dry. I mean, you're a game shy of the cup final. Stankoven. Slavin. Oh, sorry, that was Hall. I saw 70-something. My bad. And he was at the point. Texier just dumps it. This isn't Russ. The Canes are just ass. Just crashed his fetus. Plenty of time. But by the looks of things, the Canes did a lot of golfing these past 12 days and want to get back to it. Oof. The chat is ruthless against Carolina tonight. No one likes what they see at all. Matheson taken down. No call. Dobson hard around. Stopped by Robinson. Sent down the ice. Just whacking it back and forth at this point. Goss to spare up the ice to Stahl in flight. Stahl fighting off Hudson. Serious size disadvantage there for Hudson as he's knocked down. In front! Oh! Into the corner. This is a good flurry for the Hurricanes here. Fans want a call. They're not going to get it. Oh, my God. They're going to start throwing stuff, I'm telling you. And here they come. Ref, you suck is thunderous. Here comes Gostisbehere. Into the corner. Shot! That's blocked. That looked like it took a bite out of Struble. Down the ice, Evans. Can't catch up to that. No icing, though. Habs. They give it away. And here comes Jarvis through the neutral zone. He gains the zone. Oh, that's interference on Aho again. They're not going to call it, though. Svechnikov, he misses. That was a great attempt. Svechnikov in front. Jarvis can't handle that. This line is so stacked. Carrier dumps it as the Habs change in the final minute of the first period. Giveaway! Slavkovsky. Can't get that in front. I'm blown away by the start of this game. The Hurricanes took a lot of time off, and it hasn't panned out for them. This is disastrous news for lazy people everywhere. Habs, they almost had a 2-on-1. Caulfield, great job keeping that alive. Dobson sends that into the corner with 15 seconds to go. Slavkovsky bullying guys off the puck. Boy, you just did not see him do that against Buffalo. Suzuki, one more chance. Caulfield can't get it back to Suzuki. After one period of play, the Hurricanes fans with...
But I do want to ask...
As the Montreal Canadiens are scored on in the first minute of the game, only to tie it exactly a minute in, and they score 1, 2, 3, 4 against a team that had yet to surrender more than 2. It's a 4-1 Montreal lead after 1. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Candy Cane says Corey Mueller. Dobish has the Habs record, not all time. That makes more sense. Even more than who is more than Patrick Waugh? Wasn't it Stephen Pete? Or Ken Dryden? I guess the Habs just won too quickly. It's over, Steve. Montreal versus whoever in the final. Seen this play before. Very sad. Really wanted Freddie to win one cup. Dude, we're 20 minutes in. That's Leafs talk. We took Cats to 7 games. Chivi's Meefy, of the 4 remaining teams, Montreal is the team with the most homegrown talent, with 9 players drafted and developed by the Habs. Vegas is the team with the least. Dorofeyev is their only drafted player. Yeah, but Vegas is weird because they're like the first ever good expansion team. Brindamore means one who loves small sticks. I don't think that is what that means. That might actually be what that means. I'm not looking it up. I'm too scared. Andrew, what are the odds the Canes do the Bennett tap to the head? Is it better to trade Austin Tavares and get 3 draft picks, no retention of salary, and get almost $40 million back on the cap? Trading Tavares makes no sense whatsoever because even as his production declines, his cap hit is ridiculous. And also he's still good at too many things. He makes less than $4.5 million against the cap. There's no point to trading him. Matthews, I don't think there's much point trading him because of his no move clause. And that trade is going to stink. Brindamore is a little bit of love. See, that makes more sense. Mistakes in man-on-man systems are amplified times 10. Last 3 cups won by teams running box and one style systems. Canes swept in conference finals. 2 years and not looking good again. They are being exposed, says Cody. Boy, the chat is down on the Canes, and so is the score. Drew, do we have a clip for first intermission? Here's the Steve Dangle podcast, myself, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake, talking about the Sabres in the aftermath of their second round loss to Le Canadien de Montreal.
But I do want to ask about Buffalo in this, because Buffalo's got a lot to be proud of. Like, truly.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible season. They outplayed Montreal in Game 7. I think they outplayed them in Game 6 too, which is why they won.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Interestingly, the Sabres have entered the offseason with an estimated $12.9 million in cap space for next year. That's 25th in the league. Their RFAs include just some names: Benson, Krebs, and Kesselring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kesselring being the original centerpiece of the JJ Peterka deal, which turned into actually the Josh Doan deal.
That's pretty interesting.
UFAs. This one you'll know, Tuck, but also Beck Malenstein, Tanner Pearson, Josh Dunn, Luke Shen, Logan Stanley. Now, the three names on that list that I think are the most important are Tuck, Malenstein, and Logan Stanley. I think Tuck was rumored to want roughly what the Sabres have in cap space.
Yeah.
And remember, they've got Zucker and Greenway, I think, that are probably making too much money, so you probably try to move those guys. But Logan Stanley might be in for a massive payday that I don't think people are ready for. He's 6'7".
I'm walking away.
You're walking away from Logan?
Yeah, if I'm Buffalo, I'm walking away.
Are you walking away from Beck Malenstein, who's extremely big and one of the fastest skaters on the planet?
No, I try to keep him.
And Alex Tuck, what do you do there?
I don't friggin' know. Because earlier in the series, even though he wasn't scoring, I thought he was effective. And their numbers were horrible as a line. But I didn't see him as the centerpiece of it. I saw the centerpiece as the center, and that was Tage Thompson, who ended up... It's interesting. The conversation, now that the series is done, has switched to Tuck was bad. To me, it was Tuck and Thompson were horrible together. Thompson was great on his new line. Tuck wasn't.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Like, if you look at Thompson's, it's a little bit of the Marner conversation. If you look at Thompson's numbers throughout the series, you go, what's the problem? If you look at the individual games, oh, that's the problem. Or the individual moments from Game 7. When it comes to Tuck, I don't have a good explanation. I don't. The puck didn't go in. He never seemed to... I feel like he didn't use his teammates well, and they didn't use him well. There were so many times where I'm like, all right, he's in a fierce puck battle, and oh, he got it, and he's the only Sabre. Where'd they all go? They're all changing or something. He was trying, like he's shooting, he's hitting. Puck didn't go in, man. Puck didn't go in. You look at his last two regular seasons, it's kind of alarming how consistent his production's been, and it just died. I don't have a good explanation for that, and I have a hard time giving him double digits after a performance like that.
Jesse, how much would you weigh Alex Tuck's future in Buffalo based on the couple of rounds that he had in the playoffs? Like, is this something that it's like, hey, he just had an unproductive playoff, but we still love this guy and can commit to him long term? Or because the rumor out there midseason was that it was not, $9 million, it was $10 million plus.
I wouldn't, if it were up to me, I would be reluctant to give him that money. I never like paying a guy at that age who's kind of peaking at this point in his career. But I think it's tough because of the ties to Buffalo are so strong, and you want to keep around guys who want to be there.
Yeah.
So I think like that factor as well. But when you notice like his career highs have come in the last two seasons, scored 36 goals in the 25 season and then 33 in the most recent season.
Man, that's
so when you're there and you're 30, you can't expect that pace to sustain, like if the guy was 26, it'd be go for the next 10 years or whatever. So I expect as soon as you're signing this contract, you're probably getting 2 more years out of that level of production, and then we're probably dropping off, especially with this. I think you got to take a lot from this playoff performance where it's like, hey, this is where the games matter the most, and you weren't the best. This was your worst part of your season. So I'd be reluctant to give him that money, but I think from a franchise as a whole, you kind of just have to do it and swallow the pill.
He is from Western New York. The most he could get in terms of years anywhere else now is 6. 7 is what the Sabres could sign him to. So they do have that advantage of being able to keep the AAV down if he truly wants to stay, which I think, he does. He said in his press conference today, which is happening, by the way, right now, they're doing locker cleanout, that he hasn't focused on it, and he's going to start to have those conversations with his family and his agent and the Sabres in the next few days.
What gives me pause about the Tuck number is I'm not actually looking at that list of free agents overly alarmed. Like, you got Schenn as a deadline guy. You got Stanley as a deadline guy as well. Mallenstein, I would really fight to keep, but at the end of the day, he's a fourth liner. Like, you have a ton of young prospects. It's time to enjoy the fruits of that. Hellenis, I think, is very obviously capable of a bigger role on this team. It's Benson. The guy I'm more concerned about locking up is Zach Benson. You lock that boy up for as long as you can.
Yeah.
And he's an RFA, so it's a little different of a deal there.
Yes. And talks with him because he's an RFA might allow you to get the Tuck deal done, but at some point you're going to have to pay the piper there.
Mm-hmm. I just think if you're Buffalo and there wasn't the association with Western New York with Tuck, I'd look at him as a replacement player. Like, I could get what I need out of that spot in the lineup out of different pieces, whether it's a young guy filling in those goals or if it's just a collection of free agent signings, because $10 million is a lot.
It is. And Jess, the other thing is Buffalo has been at the bottom of the standings for a long, long time. My assumption is that their system is pretty good. I'm not a prospects expert, but I would imagine they're in the top third of the league. So sometimes what happens too with teams like this is the veteran gets pushed out and it allows young players to kind of assert themselves next season, right? And I got to think Yarmo's probably got some guys that he goes, well, okay, if Tuck goes, we'll move this guy up and somebody will get into the third line or something.
So this is the funny thing. I'm looking at the Rochester Americans. Their top scorer in the regular season, well, it's actually tied. It's Consta Hellenis, who had 62 points in 63 games.
That's amazing for the
That's
AHL.
ridiculous in the A. Their second leading scorer is a defenseman named Zach Jones, who played a bunch with the Rangers. He's played 115 games in the NHL, 28 points. This season, he had 62 points in 60 games as a defenseman. The AHL's wonky. All right, so who's third? Oh, Isaac Rosen. Yeah, you could promote him. Oh, nope, you traded him to the Jets as part of that deal, right? So you got to go even further down. I guess the Sabres are fascinating because you could argue from a certain point in the season, they were the best team in the NHL.
Right.
But I would argue they're a team built for the future.
Okay.
So which team do you want to be? Right? This is why I'm prioritizing Benson, because I'm looking at what the Sabres have, and I'm like, you don't want this to be a flash in the pan kind of year, and you don't want to contend for the next 2 years at the cost of falling off a cliff. I want to build this program for the future, right? So that's why I'm concerned about a potential Tuck deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do there, but they have options. They have guys they can trade.
Something I wonder about too in a trade is, Bo Byram has like a year left on his deal. There was some, I think he tried to get traded anyway, and Kevin Adams was just like, no. And now with Yarmo there, you got a year left. He makes 6.5. He's a right shot defenseman. And
he's
left shot
lefty who I think sometimes plays right.
But you've got Radim Murka just waiting in the minors. And I wonder if, you are able to trade Bo Byram for the guy that might replace Alex Tuck. Because I think that's a pretty valuable piece, right?
I got it.
$6.5 million.
I have to check. Did they trade Murka?
I don't think they did.
No, Murko's on the team.
Yeah,
okay. No, because wasn't he supposed to be part of the Parayko deal?
Yes, he was, but he's not.
Aha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And had 34 points in 43 games with the Thunderbirds in the WHL. So maybe he's a year or two away. Like, could be that too.
He's 18.
Yeah.
He's still 18.
But what I'm saying is there are options here. They can be flexible.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to move some salary.
This is why I'm saying, like, I think you're built for the future. But I think the way these guys, these executives look at the NHL is, no, we're good now. Like, look at what the Leafs did, right? We were a game away from the third round. Sabres have got to be thinking the same thing. That now you got two Atlantic Division teams cursing the Habs because we were the better team in Game 7 and lost, right? They were so good for so long, and they got so close to a berth in the Final Four. I think they might just go for it.
I think you just settle on just bringing Tuck back.
You know?
Yeah. I think you just sit on it and you're like, yeah, bring him back.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it? Steve Dangle here. Sure. On the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell your friends. It is 4-1. Montreal. Over Carolina. Drew is asking me. So we were having a discussion. Is this an indictment of the Metro Division? Because the Metro Division has not been to the Stanley Cup final since the Capitals winning the Cup in 2018. I'm going to say that again. The Metro Division has not been to the Stanley Cup final since 2018 when the Capitals won the Cup. So Drew is asking, when was the last time two teams from the same division played in the Eastern Conference Final? Is that what you asked? Who? Oh. It was over 10 years ago? Was it in 2011? Oh, because 2011 was Boston Tampa. The next year was Rangers Devils. Rangers Devils. Adam Henrique. You're right. That was a great call. Consensus was first Bolts, second Sabres, now Canes. All right. Folks, get it on the rails. We're 20 minutes into this thing. Okay, one thing I will say, like we're all talking about Canes. Habs fans, since when have the Habs made it easy on you? You have been to 2 7-game series in these playoffs for a reason. And that reason is they want to put you in a pine box early in your lifespan. Habs should push the Canes hard this game, says Cavern. So here's my thing. How many scrums were there after every damn whistle against Tampa? How many scrums were there in the Buffalo series? Right? It wasn't as many, but it was nasty. It got nasty. You're down 4-1 on home ice. And the Hurricanes haven't lifted a finger. I just don't know when they're going to figure out. You got to mix it up a bit. You have to. You're clearly an unbelievable hockey team. You're unreal. You've got to be jerks. You don't need to be big and mean. Well, sorry, you don't need to be big. You do need to be mean. Travis Konechny, not big, mean. Zach Benson, not big, mean. Hagel, not really big, mean. Nathaniel, welcome to SDP VIP. As a Habs fan, I am fully expecting the Canes to change their goalie and win 9-4. Canes are frauds, done being in denial. Growing up is realizing that numbers don't matter. Sports are human. as a Bruins fan, now rooting for the Habs to kick their ass. They actually have balls and heart. Whoa, sports talk chud. So here we go. Second period is Anderson in net. He's got to be. I think if you haven't pulled him, you don't pull him. Puck is about to be dropped here. Second period of game one. Puck is dropped. Canes win that. And they dump the puck. It's in front of the Habs net. They shovel it away. And here's Demidov wide on the wing. He's driven behind the net. Stays with it. Oh, in front to Evans. Can't handle it. Now here come the Hurricanes in transition. Hall. Stankoven. Shot. That's deflected wide. The Habs get in every lane and block a lot of shots. Newhook through the neutral zone. Can't get that pass away. Here comes Taylor Hall through the neutral zone now. He's got Stankoven and Blake with him into the glove of Dobish and held on to. This is what I'm talking about. You're down 3 goals. End of the first shift of the second period. You fire it into the glove of Dobish and nothing happens. Maybe this is my Atlantic Division talking. I would fully expect shot into the glove, Stolarz catches it, whoever it is crashes the net, and there's a borderline line brawl. Hurricanes don't do that. Chatfield shot. That's blocked and off target. Here's the thing. A sincerely huge part of playing playoff hockey is not playing hockey. And the moment they understand that, Anderson runs over Chatfield. The moment they understand that is the moment they may never lose again. Until then, it's going to be this result. But there's lots of time to go. Chatfield can't get it out. Anderson is hit. There you go. There you go. Show a little heartbeat. Dobish gets that to Gooley. Gets it back to Struble. Back over to Gooley. He just airmails it into the neutral zone. Texier swatting at it and then going off for a change. What are you doing to celebrate 10 years of the hockey guy? He's been around for 10 years. Jarvis looking to center it. Swatted over. That pass out of the reach to Slafkovsky. He's going to get in a race for it. Nikishin fires it around to Jarvis, who hits Aho. Aho stops up, hands it back. Gostisbehere down low. Gostisbehere sends it behind the net. Svechnikov. Suzuki does a good job with him. Hurricanes won't let the Habs get out. This is a decent shift. Suzuki with it. Hurricanes try to line him up. They go for a stick check. Hudson up the ice. Caulfield's got a lane. Off the post. I thought he scored. Play continues. And now the Hurricanes have a lane. They shoot and they score. What a moment in this game. Habs breakaway off the post. Puck the other way. Bang. And the Hurricanes are back within 2. Thanks to a rocket from Eric Robinson. I told you this game isn't over, didn't I? Oh, bar down. Bang. What a goal. Dave Romano sent 5 SDPN memberships. Grazie. So about your prediction, you willing to change it? How about you? Give it a minute. Give it a minute. This is what the Canes get for keeping those ass uniforms, says Adam. Oh, I found Drew's burner. Robinson's first to the playoffs. The Hurricanes are still 4-1 to come back in this game. Drew says, should I take it? Okay, I typically give Drew good advice. You know what? Try it. Try it. There's so much time left. Try it. Doc is lined up, but they miss. Bolduc. Doc! Blocked. You might want to wait till the end of the shift, Drew. Blake, down the ice. Passes off target. Carrier. Doc, who dumps it. What is this, 3-on-3 OT? It might be. Both teams got a little mental lapse. I mean, it's just so insane. This is insane hockey. Habs up the ice. Demidov into the neutral zone. Hurricanes turn them away, and they will try to transition. Blake tries to keep it going. Lost it in his feet. Demidov into the neutral zone for Newhook. He's got no one with him, though. Loses it. Here come the Hurricanes now. It's a derby. Shot! Stopped by Dobish, but it went through him. Demidov bodies his man. That was Jackson Blake, covered up by Dobish. Dobish wasn't set at all for that shot. Lots of room on the short side. That might be valid, but like, you couldn't place that shot better. It's literally bar down. Watch medicine. As a Leafs fan, what are you rooting for? Marner to win a cup or Montreal to win a cup to break Canada's curse? I got to admit, neither is great. I mean, my life as a Leafs fan is a humiliation ritual anyway. Like, I'm not going to sit through the rest of the playoffs that do not feature the Leafs cheering for or against the Leafs' interests. I want them to draft well. I want them to trade well. I want them to hire the right people. That's what I care about with the Leafs. Dobson into the neutral zone, sent back into the Hab zone. Funny bounce. It hit the linesman and the fans are cheering. Now here come the Hurricanes again. Hand it off. Ehlers. That goes behind the net. Martinook. Stall in there. Tried to run Dobson. And here comes Lane Hudson with speed through the neutral zone. Gains the zone. Patience. Screws that pass up, though. Ehlers is picked off. Habs get back to work. Anderson, like a bull in a china shop. Sent down the ice. Oh, boy, I thought that was going to be another breakaway. But instead, it's an icing, actually, against the Hurricanes with 14:38 to go in the second. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. The Habs in the O-zone. They win that puck back. Ehlers has been out there quite a while. So is Miller and Walker. But the Hurricanes get it down the ice. No icing. So they'll get out of trouble. Gooley knocked to the ice by Jarvis. Carrier cleans it up, though. Jarvis misses a big hit. Oh, boy! Suzuki! Can't get the shot off. Great defense there from Slavin. It was -3 on the first 3 goals for the Habs. One-timer! That's stopped by Dobish and out of play. 14:03 to go in the second. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 and also that this game isn't over yet. Worst lead in hockey. You're damn right. Oh, do I remember how many goals the Flyers had in their whole series? 6. 5? Wow. Shot. That's blocked. That was Nikishin. Stop. Habs trying to get through the neutral zone. They do. Pass. Matheson dumps it. Gostisbehere trying to get rid of it. Whoop. Hurricanes a little chaotic in their own end. Shots are 18-13. Hurricanes out shooting their opponent by 5, losing by 2. It's a weird brand of hockey, but it is indeed Hurricanes hockey, at least in the regular season. Hall hands it off. Nikishin in front. Can't find Stankoven. That's blocked by the Habs. Habs love blocking a shot. Nikishin. Oh, he had a wide open lane. Gostisbehere. Shot. That's blocked. The Habs just, there's just a mass of humanity in the slot. This fast break hockey is making my head spin. Dude, kind of hope the series is short. I'm not going to survive. Your body is not supposed to breathe out this much. It's supposed to be a bit more even between breathing in and breathing out. Doc spins off his man. That was good work there. Cross ice to Bolduc. Bolduc is blocked by Walker, and that took a bite out of him. He'll limp to the bench. He looks okay. 12 and a half to go in the second period. Looks like we're going to commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Canes back within 2. Francois Labelle. I don't get the Canada versus USA in the NHL. My friend from Montreal called me a traitor for not rooting for other Canadian teams. His favorite team is Chicago. We don't have time to unpack all of that. Card sorted. Coolest card was Clear Cut Couturier. Most expensive was Canvas Black. Black and White. Young Guns Luca Cagnoni. At least out of those packs. So those UD Canvas Black and White Young Guns are actually quite rare. And Luca Cagnoni, if I'm not mistaken, is like a pretty decent prospect for the Sharks. He's 5'9", 180, 4th round pick from 2023. But this year, dude, he's got 2 pro seasons under his belt. He's only played 9 games in the NHL, 2 assists, but he has 95 AHL points over his last 2 seasons. It's an interesting card. I'm just saying. Steve doesn't only read super chats. It's just way easier. You think I can keep up with everything? I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I am not that talented. Nice fade, Steve. Oh boy. I'm in need of a fade. I haven't gotten a haircut in weeks. $12:31 to go in the second. Shots 18-14 for the Hurricanes. Score 4-2 for the Canadians. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Dano getting kicked out of the faceoff dot. Texier is going to take it. The Kevin Maloney. What's the Oilers equivalent of Marty St. Louis? Ooh. Ooh. Sam Gagne. Shot. Stop. Shot by Dobish. Or stop by Dobish, rather. It's off the back of the net. Drew hated what I said there. Shot from Ehlers. That's blocked. Texier. That's going to be icing. With 12 minutes to go in the second. Yeah, so, well, here's the thing. St. Louis won a cup with St. Louis. No, with Tampa. Shoot. With Tampa. But he won it in this era. Or not this era. You know what I mean? Like the 20 years ago era. I can't just go back to the Gretzky Oilers. Oh, Ryan Smith. Yeah, that's a way better answer. Taylor Hall. Here's Svechnikov. Blocked again. I got to say, the Habs are doing a really good job, but if they try to do this for like 40 minutes, they're going to get run. They're going to get run over here. Here come the Hurricanes. On from Chatfield, block it away by Dobish. Hurricanes get it back, swat it away, and they have to re-rack. David Romano, as a Flames fan, as Flames in West, puck goes out of play. What on earth is the sentence? As Flames in West fan, that's where Calgary is. I hope Vegas to win. Vegas gets a first-round pick, an extra first-round pick if they win the cup. Or sorry, Calgary gets an extra first-round pick. The Flames pick that they got from Vegas for Hanifin turns into a first if they win the cup. If they make the final. Ooh. Well, that's appealing. Jackson Blake, what a move. Jackson Blake, 53 versus 53. Cross ice, just out of reach of Stankoven. Stankoven! Stopped by Dobish. The Hurricanes are a shot away from being a shot away. Oh, Slav can't get the pass across to Suzuki. They got to re-rack. Do you think the Habs have a great future considering all their stars are cap friendly? How will the Leafs be a contender in the next 3 years? Well, Jesus. The second part is hard to answer. Hall can't connect with anyone. Hall shoots at himself. He's blocked. Again, if the Hurricanes keep this up, they will tie this game. Sent down the ice by Caulfield. Habs' future is great. Like, some of their best players aren't even there yet. Martin St. Louis never played for the Habs. Iggy? Oh, that's actually a very good point. Oh, Jerome McGinley's a great pick. Here comes Demidov. He's got a lane. But Gostisbehere's back. He's waiting for help. Cross ice! That's off target. Demidov. Stopped there by Nikishin. Robinson almost had a break there. He's waiting for his teammates to show up. Carrier battling Carrier. Was waiting for this to happen. It didn't take long. We're about halfway through the second period. Carrier is battling Carrier. Chris Cuthbert just realized the same thing. Hurricanes. Oh, it's out to Nikishin. Blocked again. Those block numbers are going to be through the roof for Montreal. Hurricanes going off for a change. Demidov with it. Up the ice. Newhook. Great in transition there. Habs just dump it again. I'm telling you, if they try to play the rest of the game like this, it's going to be a problem. Gostisbehere through the neutral zone. That's a very poor pass over to Nikishin. And they're going to have to figure this out. He just dumps it. Shots are 7-1 for the Hurricanes in the second period, it says on the screen. Doug Lee fan says RIP Kyle Busch. So I don't know enough about racing to know exactly what's going on, but that's tragic. That's fired wide. Struble. Svechnikov all the way up the ice. This is going to be a breakaway for Seth Jarvis. Jarvis! Stopped by Dobish. Now he's got to wait for teammates to show up. They do. Centered. Chatfield. That goes high off the glass. Hurricanes. Jarvis blows that pass and almost a 2-on-1 for Montreal. But Slavin gets it. Oh, Bolduc hits Jarvis pretty hard. Jarvis gives it right back to him. Chatfield dumps it. Oh, Dobish, if you're a goaltender, don't make me do it. Martinuk. Stahl. Battling for it. He kicks it to Martinuk. This is an annoying line. Stahl, Martinuk, Carrier. Stahl. The Canes captain. Fighting off Struble. Stahl. Carrier. Walker. 26 versus 28. Over. Martinuk. That's wide, but Dobish did not see it. Ehlers. That's off target. Here come the Canes. Stahl. Struble doesn't have a stick right now. Ehlers behind the net in front. Walker blocked. Fighting for it. Oh, the Hurricanes are right there knocking on heaven's door. Stall! Stop! Stall! Blocked! The Habs send it down the ice. And is this going to be icing? It is, with 6:51 to go in the second, and it's loud in Carolina. Dobish went to cover it. I think there was a miscommunication. How long has Lane Hudson been out there? Nick says, so Kyle has over 200 wins in the top 3 NASCAR series, and he was 41. Oh, my God. I won't ask what happened. $6:51 to go in the second. Hurricanes are a shot away from being a shot away here. Now would be a great time for a TV timeout, says Daniel D. Hurricanes win that draw. That's bad for Montreal. That's high off the glass, but not out of play. Bad for Montreal. Dano tries to get it out. It doesn't work. Hudson's been out there for 2.5 minutes. Hall gets around Dano. Taken down. Fans want to call. They're not going to get it. Hurricanes trying to strip it. Turnover from Hudson. He's going to get a 3-minute shift in here. Centered! That stopped. Hudson on his knees. They get out of the zone, but is it going to be enough for the long change? They get some guys out. Oh, give it away by Slavin. Suzuki feathers it. Stopped by Anderson. Slavin is having an awful game. Severe illness is the public statement. God, that's horrible. Chatfield. Hall. He's been out there a while now, too. Slavin. Suzuki. Caulfield to the point. Habs with their first bit of ozone time in a while. Slavin. Up the half wall. Slav keeps it alive. If the game looks a little bit more like this, I like the Habs' chances. If it looks the way that last shift was, they might lose this game. Icing against Carolina. Taylor Hall standing stock still and just taking heavy breaths. Danny Belanger. Merci beaucoup, Danny Belanger. Chatfield looks tired. Wow. All 5 players for the Hurricanes had over 90 seconds on this shift, says the broadcast. Habs win that faceoff. That's bad for Carolina. Shot stopped by Freddie, and he holds on to it. If there was a Hab on the doorstep, it's 5-2. But there wasn't. So once again, the Hurricanes are a shot away from being a shot away. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell your friends. How are we doing for likes? We got 3,700 people in here. Spirits and man. Only 1,300 likes? Wow. Screw you too. Please click like. It helps out the channel. It's free. It's easy. It's sexy. It's generous. Holy cow. Okay, fine. We'll like it. You bet. You friggin'. I know you can only like once. I'm glad you did it. Yum. My beer league has merch. Danny Belanger says, be honest, Habs can beat Carolina. Oh, they can. But if the rest of the series looks like this period, I don't think the Habs win it. Rory Short Tall. I'm sure that's not how you say it, but sent 5 SCPN memberships. Thank you, Rory Short and Tall. I get it. You don't know which way you're going. Up, down, you have no idea. Also known as Rory 5'10". Some days, well, every day I'm 5'10", but some days 5'10" feels tall. Some days 5'10" feels short. Has your skating improved since starting the league? Yes. Still bad, but yes. Hudson, Habs win that draw. Demidov loves to protect that puck. Shot on, deflected, and stopped by Freddie. 5:05 to go in the second period. Need a goalie? I'm also a Zamboni driver. Shut up. Our team has a good goalie. Very happy about that. I'm a point player in this summer season. Our team's played 5 games. Have only gotten into 2. I have a goal and an assist. No big deal. No big deal. I also sprained my thumb by falling, going to the bench at the end of a shift. Svechnikov centers it for Jarvis. Jarvis can't get that through, but Walker collects it at the point. Walker back to Aho, shot. That's blocked. And that puck goes out of play. Oh, and they're saying it's deflected. I thought that went straight out. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Stop. 5'10" is tall. I'm actually short. 5'5". I'm so sorry. Thanks for the playoff watch-alongs. Always put SDPN on over the Sportsnet broadcast. Oh, stop it. I had a dream last night that McKenna got drafted by the Canadiens somehow. I'm not even a Leafs fan, and I would hate that. Oh, my God. Go Habs, go. But in the West, I'm rooting for the Avs because I can't see a particular player for Vegas have anything nice. That could be at least 3 guys. It could probably be more. Freak, remember the first step to being okay at something is to suck at it. Absolutely. Francois Labelle, is your goalie a Zamboni driver? I haven't asked him. If you had to choose Suzuki or Austin Matthews, forget the part that Austin wants out of Toronto. Be honest. Austin Matthews has won the Hart Trophy and scored 60 goals twice. If he ever gets back to that, there's zero question. The problem is we don't know what he is. Now, hopefully, under a coach that's not Craig Berube and using him like Dave Steckel, he'll get back to his dominant ways. But we'll see. BK, I don't know if I'd want a Canes Lululemon belt holding everything up while watching this. Go Habs, go. Habs score next, by the way. After 2 rounds, you think the Habs would have learned not to park the bus after 20 minutes. 3 shots this period so far. This is the one thing about the Habs. They don't really adapt when they get the lead. That's icing against Montreal. 3:23 to go in the second period. You guys are tiring me out tonight. Holy. Thoughts on the first Avs versus Vegas game? Avs could use Makar. It's going to be a long series. That's my thought. Flipping it in the neutral zone, both teams battling for it. That's going to be offside. I don't think Keandre Miller likes Zach Balduke too much there. William Carrier and Jakub Dobish, I think, exchanging pleasantries there. We go to TV timeout. Steve Dangle on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. The last 4 times the Canes made the third round, they have been swept 3 of the 4 and only won the other. They need to figure it out. This is Johnny. A Montreal Vegas final, the 2021 semifinal rematch we've all been waiting for. Let me tell you, the Habs were not supposed to win that. That was shocking. People forget how shocking that was at the time. They beat the Leafs and everyone's like, yeah, the Leafs choked. They beat the Jets and everyone's like, yeah, the Jets aren't very good. They beat Vegas and everyone went, what? Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell your friends. How's your mustache, Steve? Well, obviously not very good because I have a beard. And it's patchy and gray and crap. But it's that or just don't have a chin. And I know my choice. Steve, will there be a draft day stream? Yes. Night 1 for sure. Last year's stream was like 5 hours. Drew, are you stoked? He just goes, no. This tea is hot. Neutral zone draw. Hurricanes have it. Up the ice. Habs jamming up the blue line. Icing against Montreal with 3:01 to go in the second. Cavern. The way the Habs play in the second period is going to give me a heart attack. 15 minutes per pick at the draft. Yeah, it felt like it. Ozone draw for the Hurricanes. Stahl wins that. Sorry, that's Jankowski. 77 looks like 11. Miller. Blocked by his own guy. Walker cycles. Jankowski. In front, no one there. And the Habs clear the zone. Hurricanes send it deep again, and they're going to forecheck Mike Matheson. And the Habs send it down the ice. Ooh. No icing there, though. I thought that might have been icing. Texier battling Walker. Texier. Really like this Texier. Texier, great work with the puck there. On! That's stopped. Texier can't hold the zone. Is this going to be icing? It is not. Justin Fisher texted me in the middle of a stream. He goes, Steven. And I go, yes. Taylor Hall, shot from distance. Oh, it's loose. Jackson Blake almost had one. It's behind the net still. Carolina shot away from being a shot away. But here comes Newhook. Virtually unstoppable with a shooting percentage of 75, I think. Anderson covers it up. Oh! There's a giveaway tonight. I missed this text. I'm sorry. Tonight, we're giving away a Carolina Hurricanes Lululemon Everywhere belt bag. Like a fanny pack. Yeah, this super chat should have been I'm stupid. Contest closes at the end of second intermission. So, hey, if you want a cool Carolina Hurricanes Lululemon Everywhere belt bag, click the link in the chat and in the description. Sorry for being stupid. Love your show as a Habs fan. Would you trade Leafs with Habs roster next year? Do I get all the prospects too? Yes. Oh! Caulfield right at the side of the net. A bouncing puck. Couldn't get that on target. Top line's been humming tonight for the Habs. Now the Hurricanes are going to try to break out. Boy, their passes, they've really been struggling to string them together. Hurricanes up the ice, deflected in and deep. Oh, Jarvis with a big hit on Dobson. Aho. Hurricanes trying to muck it up in front in the final minute of the second period here. A goal here would be massive. Hand it off. Goss to spare. Goss to spare. Shot! Where is it? It's loose! Covered up by Dobish. And now we finally get some physicality here. 47 seconds to go. Come on, Freddie. Fight Dobish. Let's go. Matheson is down on the ice at the bottom of the pile. Svechnikov has hopefully learned a thing or two since getting one punch by Ovechkin. He was 19. It's goodness gracious. The Habs so far in the second have bent but not broken. But they're starting to look like a 20 flex stick. Dobit, that whistle you could argue was early. Oh, we get two penalties here. Who is it? Struble? He said 47 or 27. Who did he say? Matheson and Svechnikov. Oh, he must have said 37. I was like, I didn't see Struble. Matheson and Svechnikov. 4-on-4. When will the hockey podcasts or insiders stop saying the Habs are just lucky after 106 points in the Atlantic Division and 2-round wins against better teams than Carolina? I mean, I don't know about lucky, but you got to admit they've been outplayed in a kind of high amount of the time in the first two series of these playoffs. They've done enough to win. They've done enough to win, and they have won. Right? They went to game 7 twice. Overtime in one of them. Hurricanes, lots of room out there. Ehlers, Blake, Nikishin, on, deflected, off target. That's just too soft in front of the net there. Habs trying to get out. Evans has Newhook with him. Nikishin takes it away. And with 11 seconds to go in the second, the Hurricanes, one final push here. Here they come. Ehlers. Ehlers passes it. Shoot it. They do. Stopped. And the Habs escaped to second intermission with a 2-goal lead. It is 4-2 Montreal after 40 minutes of play. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Nick says, Habs play their best hockey in the third usually. Wish we would stop falling asleep in the second, though. Was browsing my music library and came across Anne Murray's Kids album. There's a hippo in my tub. Teddy Bear's Picnic on there, too. Anyway, thought Leo and Isla might enjoy it, too. Wow. I will check that out. I will check that out, Denise. Oh. God. There's another 20 minutes here. Okay. I'm going to start calling her Island because Denise wrote Island because I assume autocorrect. You know how friggin' annoying it is to have a child who, like, I like to use voice to text in the car. You know how annoying it is to have a child that your phone just will not recognize the name of. They keep spelling it Ayla, or it autocorrects to Island, or Islanders, actually, on my phone. It's annoying. Johnny, can't wait for the annual ride around Raleigh, seeing all the sad Canes fans. It's a weird way to spend your gas. Otis, I think people are still looking at this Habs team the same as Carey Price Hail Mary team that had no business being there at the time. Like, listen, they're not flawless. They're good. They're very good. They're good enough to be here. They've won 2 series. They've won the maximum amount of series that you can win in 2 rounds. But they're not flawless. Case in point, the second period we just watched. This is not the game I thought I'd be watching. Me neither. Me neither. Your phone is calling her future favorite team. No! Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Drew, do you want to friggin' show a clip? Oh, 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 oh. Here's a clip of us talking about the rumors surrounding Mike Babcock potentially joining the Edmonton Oilers.
How do you feel about Mike Babcock, coach of the
Edmonton Oilers?
On Oilers Now, Brian Lawton, who I believe does a lot of NHL network stuff, but he's a player, former agent, said to Stauffer that if first off, this is hilarious because it kind of fits perfectly with our Vegas stuff. If Cassidy were willing to just walk away from his final season with the Vegas Golden Knights, he suspects that Vegas would be able to give permission. But Cassidy, being a smart businessman, is like, yeah, but that would take away my leverage. And I also earned that contract, you fuckers.
Why am I just giving you $3 million or whatever he's making?
5.
4 or 5. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing
Like,
that.
what?
Yeah, I'm not David Comping myself. Like, are you crazy?
Oh, dear.
Ridiculous.
Lawton said to Stauffer, he said, I'm sure if somebody's called up, somebody called up a team like Vegas or anybody else, look, I'll just terminate, then they'll let them talk to whoever they want. Now, the other side of it is Stauffer suggested that the Oilers might be hiring former Red Wings coach Mike Babcock. By the way, this is in the Edmonton Journal. Dave Staples with the writing on this, who was recently hired and then resigned from the Columbus Blue Jackets before the 23-24 season for looking through players' phones. He didn't mention that.
He didn't make it out of training camp, guys.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Did Lawton see Babcock as an option? Oh, he does mention in the next sentence. Does Lawton see Babcock as an option? I would think so. I would think someone with Stan Bowman's background would certainly have to have a lot of thoughts about that, right? Stan has gotten a second chance. I don't think that was anything necessarily given. I think Stan worked at it. I think he deserved to get a second chance. Now, can I say that about Mike? I know Mike, and I really like him. I think he's a good human being. Lawton also referenced Columbus, and he said, I know this business can be cruel. One wrong word, one wrong interaction with a player today, and it's enough to set you back. There has been a number of coaches and other people in management where it's happened to. Is Brian Lawton blaming cancel culture for Mike Babcock?
This is.
Are you serious? That's an insane interview. Now, I think there's smoke there. I think I absolutely think that he's right, that there would be a consideration and potentially an interview.
It's okay if his name comes across your desk, as long as you then
don't interrupt the momentum.
Wipe it off of the desk.
Yeah.
Like, guys, get a grip. Columbus was his second chance, and he didn't make it out of camp. Get a grip. Oh, he's so hard to... Okay. Like, if that's your worldview, I just genuinely feel sorry for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel sorry for Mike Babcock for living life free as a bird.
Yeah.
Mike, do this. Oh, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, you're fired. Okay. Well, you still got to fucking pay me.
And he didn't want to work. He had 3.5 years left on his deal, and he intentionally chose not to work in order to punish the Leafs. Like, at least that's the rumor.
Yeah, Mike, you're fired. Okay, that's great. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then he collected his paycheck and then got another one from Saskatchewan, or I don't care if he got paid or not, whatever, who cares. He went and coached at a Canadian university.
And there was rumors there about things happenings. And then there was
rumors about Mike Babcock being Mike Babcock. And then he shows up in Columbus and doesn't make it out of holy shitting camp.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's kids and their phones and fucking avocado toaster. God, get another thing.
Yep.
Ugh. What are we doing? What are we doing? Mike Babcock in 2026. All right. Sure. You do you. No one would be shocked if the Edmonton Oilers did that.
What do you think the story would like? How does that story play, Jesse? How do you think that plays in Edmonton? I don't know that fans would be down.
I don't think you'd make it out of training camp again. I think it'd be a signing and then you got to retract it again.
I don't think fans would be down with it. I weirdly don't think McDavid says no right away.
I don't think the Oilers are dumb enough to do this.
The last time we said that on the show, we got several comments saying, please stop saying the Oilers are not dumb enough to do something. From Oilers fans.
And by the way, I don't think Craig Berube is dumb. I hope everybody knows that. It's just I don't think that system fits.
I think he's more likely than Babcock.
I hope he is, Jesse. I hope he is.
Yeah. Berube came in and he spammed the yell at guys button and it worked. And then he kept pushing the yell at guys button and it stopped working. You can hire him to spam the yell at guys button and have it work in 1 year.
Well, it was the elite goaltending button.
That too. Which they don't have.
The yelling never mattered because it was just, oh, you're getting elite goaltending that's going to mask all of your deficiencies in your system. Yep. And then he didn't get that and the yelling was still there and this thing ran its course.
Yep.
So I don't think Edmonton has elite goaltending to support Craig Berube's system. I think Mike Babcock is a cancer to a dressing room and to your team. And I think they are smart enough to go in neither direction.
Well, there you have it.
Well, the fact that they're even considering it does, to me, no. It could say two things.
Yeah, I shouldn't say, I didn't do a good job there, Adam. Jesse, have you considered kids these days?
Cancel culture?
Just have you considered... They're always on their phone.
I have not considered that because I don't think it should be considered.
Hey, Jesse, it's a cruel business. I mean,
yes.
Guys could just make a mistake or a career worth of horrible things to players.
Jesse,
psychologically torture a guy.
Yeah.
Several guys.
Have you considered he deserves a second chance for a second time?
Is Mike Babcock in the Hall of Fame yet?
No, I don't think he is, but he should be. I didn't say it's a hockey hall of good guys. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
It's not a hockey hall of good guys. Oh, just wait.
He'll be in there.
Just wait for the Joel Quenneville conversation.
Yeah.
They're both getting in. Listen, the committee can make you wait, and he might have to wait. But you're going to look at the numbers, and it's going to tell you one thing and one thing only.
It's going to be a fun day.
Buddy, if that fucking happens, we're live streaming that press conference. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, you're going to live stream it, are you?
Absolutely.
Kids and their phones. Oh, go ahead and watch it on your phone.
Listen, I'm not the one looking for nudes on Fantilli's phone, okay?
God damn.
Allegedly.
I don't know what he was looking for.
Yeah, I don't know what he was looking for either. I'm just making a joke.
You better be taking selfie videos of you doing edge work.
I just think...
On his skates.
I just think it could be two things for Edmonton. First off, you cast the widest net possible. He is undoubtedly a Hall of Fame coach.
That's a pretty wide net.
Yeah. Or you're fucking desperate. You're desperate.
I don't know if you get a net wider than that.
Do you? Okay.
Look at the size of this fish I caught. Isn't that one of those like toxic fish that if you eat it, you die?
Yeah, but
it's big.
And I caught one.
And I caught it.
I've seen Steve on the ice with his child showing him how to skate. Mm-hmm. If our net's so wide, Steve should be in consideration.
Hey, call me on my phone and then look through it.
Listen, you guys we have seen players come back to the NHL with far worse things on their resume. And that is true.
Mike Babcock might be the first Hall of Fame worthy coach to get kicked out for just being an asshole.
Well, I think it sounds like he might be back in. Because here's the thing: if the Oilers
Hall of Fame asshole.
If the Oilers are considering this, if they're even considering it, it means that they probably don't think there's a chance that Vegas just doesn't let him talk to Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to operate like that, right?
You do.
You have to operate like Vegas is going to do the worst thing possible.
Because they are, and they can.
Oh, man, we're going to have a shitty guy off.
Whatever Cassidy, like, although if Cassidy does want to walk away from his contract, which it's maybe that's what Vegas wants him to do. I know Edmonton could pay him. They've got the money.
Guys, I don't think you're fully appreciating how much fuck you is in. The Florida Panthers just went for 2 years.
Yeah.
They screamed fuck you at the league for 2 years, and they got 2 cups out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas is 8 wins away from a cup because they're just going around going, bleh. Oh, man, the Oilers shouldn't sign Mike Babcock because, like, he's mean. And Stan Bowman's going to be like, you're not going to unreinstate me. Fuck you.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my mind?
Possibly. Potentially. Most of the time it is.
So, here's what I'm trying to figure out. Earlier today, I tweeted the video of the Leafs talking about who they should draft first overall. 2 minutes ago, I got a tweet from a buddy of mine who said Stenberg is greater than McKenna. And then a minute later, someone else responded, welcome to Toronto, Stenny. I'm going to respond to my friend. I'm going to text him. I'm going to say there's no way in hell you don't know this person. He's one of my groomsmen. He works at TSN, and he is a scoundrel. You effers know each other. I'm too smart for this. Sports Talk Chud says Habs are lucky and deserve credit. Both can be true. Yeah. Dude, no one ever wants to say this because everyone needs to sound so friggin' smart. Do you know how much luck goes into winning a championship in anything? A lot. A lot. You need luck to win playoff series, man. To win one. Let alone 4. Producer Drew tweet was shown on TNT? No way. That's what that's what the chat's saying. What was it? The one you brought on screen earlier? Oh, you know what's great? Did they check if it was right? I don't care that you checked. That might get past our standards and practices, but what about theirs? No, I believe you, Drew. All right. Do the Hurricanes tie it? Just a yes or a no. Just a yes or a no. By the way, you're approaching your very last chance. Like you're running on seconds here. Tonight, we're giving away a Carolina Hurricanes Lululemon Everywhere belt bag. Contest closes at the end of second intermission. Click the link in the chat and click the link in the description. Get in there. We do our Drew diligence. Go to jail. A lot more no's than yeses, but like a larger than 0 amount of yeses. TNT just quoted producer Drew. Oh, we're talking about it. Druanon is infiltrating the States. Francois Labelle says, nope, Habs win. I would like that. Get to bed early. 5 OTs. Let's go. 5 OTs. Let's go. My buddy from TSN just goes, LOLOL. You rascal. I knew it. Oh, Butcher. By the way, please always send me this stuff. Butcher says, I had a northern house wren in my yard today. Incredible. I love knowing about birds. By the way, I recently got, and I'm going to set up a birdhouse, or a bird feeder, I should say, with a camera. It's over. I do hope we get good variety and it's not just Grackletown. It might just be Grackletown. He says he doesn't know the other Stenberg guy. I don't believe him. Third period is about to begin. The Carolina Hurricanes et le Canadien de Montréal. 4-2 pour Montréal. Here's the third period. Canes down 2. Can they tie it? They win the opening draw. And that's a start. Chatfield, Jarvis, Aho. Jarvis splits the D. Oh, boy, he had a great chance right away. Chatfield down low for Aho, battling Hudson. Hudson didn't look very good there. Aho drives. Jarvis. Chatfield. I forgot it was still 4-on-4 action. I was like, why is this so high-paced? Suzuki claims it. Caulfield going off. Only 25 seconds of 4-on-4 left. I had a cactus wren and a rock wren here in Arizona. What a thrill. Love that. People overreact after every game. After game 1 versus Buffalo, people thought the Habs had no chance. Then after games 2 through 5, it flipped completely. Game 6 and 7 changed the narrative again. Welcome to the playoffs. Jackson Blake to Nick Ehlers. Ehlers tries to center it, doesn't work. Jake Evans gets out. Svetch tried to take it off him. Anderson out of his net to play it. Steve, what is your favorite endemic bird? Mine is the cardinal. I don't know what that means. I just like hearing the sounds of going, ooh. My camera bird feeder is great, but I cannot solve the squirrel problem. Yeah, that's going to be a problem for me too. We get a whistle. I saw a scissor-tailed flycatcher last week. Hell yeah. Endemic means native to that land? Oh. I do like a belted kingfisher. I like a belted kingfisher. Tips for taking pics of surprise birds. I'm not good at taking pictures of them. I just hear a lot of them with my Merlin app. Interesting tidbit. Nick Kiprios predicted a 4-2 Montreal win on the Kipper and Bourne show today. Well, there's lots of time left. Saw a red woodpecker this past week. Kind of neat. And I saw a 2-goal Canadiens lead 2 minutes into this third period. That was a very loud F-bomb on national television. Matheson into the neutral zone. Gostisbehere, who has a stat line of nothing, by the way. Robinson, I think they're going to call that offside. Yeah, my fantasy team So I'm on NHL Fantasy Stars. Hudson has 24 points. Caulfield has 14. Svechnikov has 31. Suzuki 27. Jarvis 38. Gostisbehere 0. No goals, no assists, no shots, no hits, no blocks. No nothing. Face off won by the Hurricanes. They will dump it. Stankoven tried to take it off of Hudson. Hall. Stankoven! His shot is blocked. Habs have been blocking everything. Doc gets around his man. Great block of the pass by Nikishin. Oh, given away by Stankoven. Doc battling Gostisbehere. Doc, what hands at the point, fired on, deflected, and stopped by Freddie. 17-13 to go in the third. Finally finished home and away. That's Matt Sundin's book. The way Matt talks about the city and how he wanted to win for the fans makes me hella hype for the Leafs in 26-27. I'm telling you, all Leaf fans, home and away is required reading this summer. You have to read it. Adam, yeah, this is going at least 2 OTs. Oh, here we go. Steve, looking extra handsome today. Don't I know it? My favorite bird is the Anaheim Ducks. If Steve had a bird-titled song every time he started the stream, it would be Cardinals by the Wonder Years or Birds by Turnstile. I like birds, all caps. Get straight to the point. By the way, my uncle said if you want to go birding up here, Sudbury, Manitoulin, let him know. I will. Drew Anon says the Avs are reptile people, but cool. That puck goes out of play. 16:39 to go in the third period. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Tonight's winner of the Carolina Hurricanes Everywhere Belt Bag from Lululemon, Mike DeLay of Thorold, Ontario. In the comments, he wrote, "Will today be my day?" Today's his day. Also, I want to say not our first winner from Thorold. Steve, you seem very busy. I am. Do you have any time off to yourself, video games or golf? I don't golf. Video games sometimes at night, not a lot. We're going to take a vacation in August. First time on a plane with the kids. We'll see. Jordan Stahl behind the Habs net. Hurricanes won't let the Habs out. Stahl can't get it deep. Booted deep. Dobish can't even get that up to the half wall. Oh boy. Penalty coming. Gooley taken down, which happens. And Martinook is going to go to the box here 4 minutes into the third. He does get into the legs. Oh, he gets right between the legs. I got a belted kingfisher and a yellow warbler today. Yeah. So many yellow warblers. Stankoven, goated hockey name. Reed Miller, welcome to SDP VIP. Steve, I am currently in college for sports media and marketing. Any advice on breaking into sports media sphere? Be versatile. Get good at editing. Get good at stuff that everyone needs. And that's not to say give up on the other stuff that you want to do, but you need a good tool belt. You need that in your bag. Editing is so important. Habs turned away. Hudson with it. Hudson gains the zone and is turned away immediately. The Habs entries on the power play have been extremely good in these playoffs. So I'll be interested to see how Carolina handles them. Hudson. It's weird. They're letting Hudson carry it. It's usually Suzuki. Slaff! Stopped by Freddie. Slaff. Taken down. Hurricanes can't get out. Now they will. It's Slavin all the way down the ice. Hurricanes attacking Jarvis. Jarvis sends it back down the ice. He'll just rag the puck. Thanks for the bag. Looking forward to it, says Mike. Andre Miller just dumps it all the way down the ice. 43 seconds left to kill for the Hurricanes. $35 seconds to go. Texier, second unit for the Habs. Sent around. Doc. It's in the corner. Hurricanes get rid of it. This is a very good kill by the Hurricanes. Stahl bullying his man off the puck. Doesn't lead to a shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Dobson with 10 seconds to go in his power play. Bolduc clears the zone, and that is tidy work from the Hurricanes, but 2 minutes off the clock. Does it help them with momentum? We're about to find out. Gostisbehere hands it over to Nikishin. Gostisbehere. Shots 26-19 for the Hurricanes. Score 4-2 for the Habs. Gostisbehere dumps it. Gooley. Hurricanes battling for it behind the Habs net. Gostisbehere hands it off. Oh, what a play by Jackson Blake. Yuck! And that, I don't think, even results in a shot on goal. Down the ice. Stankoven dumps it. Dobish out of his net to play it. Thank you for the 4 me emojis. My nose is itchy. Tree pollen, kicking my ass. Planning a trip to visit my family in Montreal from the States. Only been to Montreal before. Any good Rex? Oh, here come the Habs. Slav! Oh, he scores! Juraj Slafkovsky, with under 13 minutes to go in the third, scores. This top line gets another one at 5-on-5. It's a restored 3-goal lead for the Montreal Canadiens, and number 20 scores on shot number 20 for the Habs. 1 in every 4 shots for Montreal has found its way past Freddie Anderson, and I'm wondering if Rod the Bod pulls the shoot here. 5-2 Montreal. Yuck, that toe drag past Svechnikov. Good Lord. That's a nasty goal. Thank you for the 5 SDPN memberships, Francois Labelle. Freddie's still in there. 5th of the playoffs for Slav. Keep in mind, though, 3 came in the first game. Icing against Montreal with 12:37 to go in the third. Second half, Slav is back. Old School says R.I.P. Kyle Busch, NASCAR legend, husband and father of 2. Jesus. Everything I learned about this story is sadder than the last. Sorry, you were asking for recommendations in Montreal. I haven't been enough to give you good recommendations. I mean, Schwartz's, but everyone knows that. Craigo says, go to La Ronde Museum of Science and any restaurant in the Old Port. Slavskorsky says, Francois Labelle. What trouble scoring 5-on-5? None, apparently. Is this going to be the Marner thing? Oh, I thought they couldn't score 5-on-5. They didn't. And now they are. Oh, shot off target by Stahl. Hurricanes have had their chances. Martinuk. Whoa, thank you for that truly unhinged gif of a pair attacking a city, giggling cats. You're the best, mon ami. 11:45 to go in the third. Canes need 3 here. Will they get it? Will they get 1? Will they feel good about themselves by the end of the game, win or lose? Hudson. Like a complete void of physicality. This is a regular season game, right? Deflected. Anderson plays it to Nikishin. Gooley. Chip deep. Giovanna said, I'm a Canes fan, and we all expected this rust. Well, you have a couple days to figure it out. Robinson gets it deep. It's behind the Habs net. Dangle hands it off, swatted away. Dobson. Matheson. Deneau. Matheson. Into the corner for Anderson. Geez, the fans don't even have the heart anymore. This is a demoralizing loss, man. It's not even over. It was over 10 minutes ago. Just got here. How's the game going? Unhinged, Carol. As we get a whistle here with 10:02 to go in the third. Can we talk about who really got an easier path to the Eastern Conference, Western Conference final now? Wait, are you trying to say the Habs got an easy path? Because Denise, for the plane, get some reusable window clings. Sister of a friend does that. Kids make up stories using them. Last flight, they had 2 rows entertained too. Just an idea. We're flying to friggin' BC. Our first flight with a 6-year-old and with a 2-year-old. Pray for us. Leo's not 6, but he will be. I'm excited though. I like BC. Vancouver and around, yeah. My wife, she's from Scotland, and she's never been to the West Coast. Giggling cat. I don't. I think this game tells us. I don't think this game tells us anything about the Canes. I'm more curious how they react to this in game 2. For the sake of entertainment, I hope you're right. Costco gravy has and always will be the best gravy, says Speedy V. Now, Speedy V, are you saying that because it's objectively true? Or are you saying it because you want the Habs to come back? Jessica is right. Click the link. Or I beat you at video games. Drew saying the Sens and Flyers only scored 5 goals each in their 4-game series against the Hurricanes. The Habs have done it in the first 45 minutes of this one. Costco gravy requires no explanation. Valid. 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 Ehlers tries to center it. Doesn't work. I tell you what, if this is the Hurricanes rusty, Habs are going to have their hands full. Like, obviously, a lot of pucks have found their way to the back of the net. Carolina, yeah, is about to go 0-5 against Montreal this season between the regular season and playoffs. Miller hits Suzuki. That shot is blocked. Hurricanes attack 2-on-3. Martinook. Aho. Do you see how soft they go into the corner? This is not playoff hockey. This is good hockey. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's not playoff hockey. Like, where's the grind? Where's the you're trapped in here with us? Where's the Matheson just shoves Jarvis off the puck. Svetch is in there. Tries to finish his check. That's okay. What is this performance? You know what I mean? Like, Hurricanes fans, I know you're going to hate this because I'm sure you hear this all the time about like, oh, the Hurricanes are soft or whatever. I watched the Habs go to war with Tampa. It was a pretty nasty back and forth with Buffalo. This is the softest game I've streamed in these playoffs. And this is number 15 for me. There's a penalty coming against Montreal, I believe. 7:54 to go in the third, and Gooley's going to the box. We'll see if Carolina can get back within 2. Craigo, so I'm going to Toronto for a week, or for the week of July 5th. Besides trying to catch a Jays game, what should I do? You have to do the CN Tower. If you're a hockey fan, you have to do the Hall of Fame. Eat on King West. Don't go to a chain the whole time you're here. You don't need to. Waterfront's pretty good. Drew, what should he do? I'm always terrible when people ask. Yeah, like what should people do? Like in Toronto, if they're visiting. Chat could also help. Good food is literally everywhere. Oh, Toronto Island is fun. Toronto Island's pretty fun. I like that. It also depends like what kind of time you're looking for. Like Toronto Island is great if you have kids. If you're hot and single or whatever. There's other stuff. Distillery is very cool. The Hippo bus. It's a tour through the city and then it goes into the water. That's cool. Halifax is one of those. Rick Mercer gained some weight? Are you calling me fat Rick Mercer? In what world do I even kind of look like Rick Mercer? Fat I'll take. But now we're just making stuff up when we talk about Rick Mercer. Saw a bald eagle in Whitby last week. We got them. Got chickens in the backyard and pretty sure it took notice of them. Yeah. There's a lot of birds of prey in this area, man. Now it's rusty and not rested. Any more excuses? Uh-oh. Oh, he's talking about a commercial? Oh, well, now that's just mean. Francois Labelle. For a great dining experience, this is for Montreal. In the old port of Montreal, I suggest Mezcla. It's a small back room of another restaurant, same owners. It's a 10-course fusion Peruvian French tasting. Chef Colia is my son-in-law. Well, Steve, there's a bird of prey center near my home on Vancouver Island. Also, Brioche Restauranterie, brunch place in Gastown in Van. If you're there, ooh. It is a Hurricanes power play, and it has not been going well because I've been reading super chats the whole time. But that was great from Seth Jarvis to keep it alive. Ehlers with it now. 1:15 to go in this power play. Goss to spare. Ehlers' shot is blocked. Ehlers gets it back. Kane's moving it around. Jarvis. Shot. He misses high. And they'll have to re-rack with a minute to go. Slav with another absolute banger. My goodness. As a Leafs fan, what's worse, Habs title or Marner title in Vegas? I can't make up my mind. I've been asked that question many times today. And we get a whistle. Little Canada, not being yet, but looks cool. Habs in 7 because the players love the owner's profits. Ramen and fried chicken at Sansote on St. Catherine. I really hope my friggin' ulcer is gone by the summer. I want a beer. I want a beer so bad. I'm sure I could get away with it, but it's just not worth it. Sent down the ice. Our office is just full of Moosehead too. It's killing me, man. It's I'm sure I'll be fine soon. Giveaway. Dano just gets it deep. 30 seconds to go on this Hurricanes power play. The Boo Birds are finally coming out for the Canes players. Most of tonight, it's been directed towards the refs. Canes gain the zone. Oh, they're not turned away. Miller kept it alive. Ehlers. Down low. In front. Off target. Dobson, with the final seconds of this power play, sends it all the way down the ice. Habs get a change. And now, no shots on goal in that power play and 5:50 to go in the third. The Hurricanes are down 3. Not great. Here comes Ehlers. Ehlers has not come off the ice for some time. Suzuki to Hudson. Off the glass. Not out. Hurricanes hold it. Oh! Carrier stepped into, but Slav gets it deep. Oh! Nikishin took an awkward tumble into the end boards. Looks like he's okay. Stahl. Over to Martinuk. Dobish keeps that in his glove. Like, you like snowed him and then you didn't do anything. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, as a Leafs fan, the Panthers, well, you know, the Panthers, that's not how shifts end. But the Panthers, you don't ever know when to go to commercial break. The Lightning, Zach Benson, like, I don't know about the Sabres as a whole, but definitely Benson. Do something. They're not doing anything. Be annoying. I'm annoyed by how not annoying the Hurricanes are. Nitro beer is easier to drink, less carbonation. It's a good alternative for me, but like, I haven't even bothered. Since I went to the hospital, I was like, yeah, I can't go through this again. I'm going to be a good boy. There's a bunch of stuff you're not supposed to have if you have an ulcer. Coffee is one of them. And I can have 2 coffees a day because I behave with everything else. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. I consider myself tickled. That was good. I like that. Daniel D, call me crazy, but I like this style of game more. I'm not saying what's good or bad. I'm just saying what's effective. You know? Like, Vegas isn't playing like this. I'm not sure Colorado's playing like this. Maybe. Emo Jalapeno, what did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. See? Oh, are you making wasabi jokes because I can't have wasabi? Wow. The fans are pouring out of the building. Oh, that's a tough visual. Listen, I get it, but eesh. Yeah, I understand. Hurricanes have pulled their goalie. 5:17 to go in the third, and they win the draw. 6-on-5. Jarvis. Aho. It's at the point. Goss to spare. Jarvis. Kept in. Habs are blocking everything. I'd love to know their block count by the end of this game. Walker, cross ice. Aho, down low. No one there. Stahl. Aho. Blasted. Off target. Stahl can't catch up to it. Slav. Down the ice. Gostisbehere collects. Don't give it away now. Steve, get donuts in North Van. Name is Honeys. Now you're talking my language. Gostisbehere. Jarvis. Just sent right back down the ice. This is going to be icing against Montreal, though. 4:24 to go in the third. Have you tried cold brew? Less acidic, might make it easier for you to have coffee without worries. Been a barista for 7 years now. I've tried cold brew a few times, which is why I don't drink cold brew. No, I'm not a huge. Drew likes it more. A lot of people like it more. I find it speeds up the process too much. You know? Francois, no alcohol for me. My liver is shot, not because of booze, but too many Advils for migraines. Oh, welcome to the club. Jackson Blake. Off target. 4:05 to go in the third period. Hall battling with Gooley. Oh! That goes just wide of the cage. Slavin. Oh! Blake off target. The Hurricanes have had so many chances. They're missing. They're getting blocked. Their passes are getting blocked. I kind of don't feel like this game is the disaster that it's going to be painted as. It's obviously not good. Like the amount of shots for the Hurricanes has gone down. It was 26 for the last few minutes. It's gone down to 25. That shot is off target. They have to go collect it in their own end. Too bad. McMahon isn't there to score an empty net goal. I'm not sure who you're trying to say. Is Freddie still their starter by game 7? By game 7, I'm not sure. R. Bruce Rye sent 1 SDPN membership. Thank you very much. According to the NHL website, Canes have 0 shots on goal in the third so far. No. Drew, can you check that? That's impossible. Gostisbehere dumps it. Gostisbehere blocked. They're outshot 6-0 in this period. Here's Slavkovsky, empty net, and he scores. Past Nikishin, Yuri Slavkovsky is second of the game. He officially has more multi-goal games than 1-goal games. Drew said 7-1 Habs in the pregame, and he has to rearrange 2 goals. That's it. Drew deserves credit, man. Drew's a smart guy. Has Montreal's D tickled your fancy? I know what you're getting at, and yes. Sedin Magic, I'd love to be able to afford a playoff ticket and walk out early. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'd feel bad about leaving early. I've seen the Leafs get their ass kicked at a playoff game. I did not leave early. I was also in Boston, so I couldn't really go anywhere. Suzuki with the assist there. 6-2 is the score. Shot 7-0 for Montreal in this third period. It's unbelievable. Oh, they just said it on the broadcast too. Craig Simpson just goes, yikes. Miller, that's blocked. Hall in front. That shot's off target. Oh my God. They're going to win the Corsi battle like 100-50. But this is crazy. Jackson Blake. Stankoven. This is going to be a shot, surely. Nope. Hall hands it off. Nikishin centers it. Nope. Hall. Gobish giving slashes to Jackson Blake. That might have been a shot. It might have been blocked. Refs telling everyone to get along and play nice. Minute 15 to go in the third. Live, laugh, love. This game is drunk. I'm concerned for its liver. That's funny. Remember when people flipped out for the Habs taking Slafkovsky over Wright? Not so silly now, huh? Yeah, I guess not. Habs get it down the ice, Nikishin. I think I'm hearing a very faint ole 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 in Raleigh. You can hear every F-bomb, by the way. There's no one in the building. No icing. GG's Habs fans, see y'all for game 2, says Pokemon Messiah. Drew saying the Habs road record has to be better than their home record. Yeah. How many games have they lost on the road? Like 1? 2? I think like 1 per series. 5, 4. They lost 3 at home last. 2 out of 3 at home. Montreal just handed Carolina their first loss. Carolina did not lose to Ottawa in 4 games, held them to 5 goals. Carolina did not lose to Philly, beat them in 4 games, held them to 5 goals. In game 1 here against Montreal, Montreal gets 6. Carolina was such a good start, erased nearly immediately, and it was all Habs all the time. I shouldn't even say that. Second period, the Canes tried to run the Habs through the boards. Habs only gave up 1 goal, and then the Habs might have got a shot shutout. Carolina not being able to get a shot is crazy. Go Habs. Choo choo, Lieutenant Dan. What kind of bag skate will the Canes have à demain? I would be scared. Woo, porte jour le Canadien. I'm going to call the narrative for tomorrow's Canes fans. Habs got lucky. We were rusty. Canes in 5, right? Nah. Hurricanes fans are like mostly pretty humble, I find. The train is still running. Choo choo, go Habs. Ole, 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 ole. Carolina played harder to protect the Zamboni driver than they did to protect an empty net. Also, Kotkaniemi looks invisible, almost like he's not out there. Oh, Habs fans are loving this. Hockey players stay cool by sitting next to the fans. Oh, boo. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye. This is Power Pat. And MIL catch up. Steve, what are your thoughts on this game? It's over. Listen, I'm not going to chalk it up to Carolina was just rusty, but that's the worst defensive game I've seen them play in a very long time. It's the metro for a reason. Choo choo. That's clever. I bought a bottle of scotch to have a drink for every Habs win, and I need to buy another. Dude, you know that's 16 bottles of whiskey if they win the cup. Habs train. A lot of Habs train. Nathan McKinnon. It was a joke. Oh, sorry. The chat goblins got you. Hey, Kotkaniemi, what's the goal differential for tonight? You're just chirping. Still waiting to see how the Canes react in game 2, but this is why I picked the Habs in the office pool. And choo choo, Carolina are deers too. Sorry, Drew. Yes? Every Canes Eastern Conference Final game 1 on the screen. 2006, a 3-2 loss to Buffalo. 2009, 3-2 loss to Pittsburgh. 2019, a 5-2 loss to Boston. 2023, a 3-2 loss to Florida. And 2025, a 5-2 loss to Florida. And tonight, a 6-2 loss to Carolina. They're 0-7 in game 1s of the Eastern Conference Final in their history. And you know what's crazy? Just looking at that stat, home ice advantage in 6 out of the 7. It says versus and at. Boston's the only at. The Hurricanes are such a good team, and for some reason, they just can't win this damn game. In 2006, it obviously didn't matter. Rest of the time, it did. Episode of HFR for the rest of this run? No. I'm doing cup check in the final, and that's it. Wow. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. On your way out, please click like. It helps us a whole big bunch. Good night, Steve. You rock. No, you. Thank you, Jackie James. The takes. I think tomorrow the takes are going to be a plenty. Here's what's going to be interesting. Hurricanes fans have been humble throughout this process because they know, like, their demons are in the conference final. They know. They've been humble. Habs fans have been humble this whole run. And I'm already starting to see the veneer fade away. You guys are starting to feel yourself, eh? Is espresso a no-go? It's a not supposed to, but I still have it sometimes. Like, dude, I'm not supposed to have tomato sauce. I'm not supposed to have citrus. I'm not supposed to have, like, milk or cream above 2%. Having a lot of eggs. That's why I'm so yoked. Just I'm doing the old guy thing where I tell everyone I'm in the greatest shape of my life. I'm in the greatest shape in my 30s. I will say that. How can you not be feeling yourself? I mean, yeah, you just won game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final 6-2. I'd be feeling good. Need Bussy to be the new Cam Ward. Dude, like, okay. Brandon Bussy. I could have just typed in Bussy. Brandon Bussy. I can't. He actually had an .895 save percentage. That's probably the most unbelievable stat. 31-6-2. Like, his stats weren't even that good. He's 31-6-2. He's 31. Like, Freddie Anderson was unbelievable heading into this game. This game is very literally the first sign of trouble. Do the Hurricanes blink? I hated absolutely everything about that. You should. I get it. You, an Italian, aren't supposed to have tomato sauce. That's messed up. You're essentially not supposed to be Italian. Dude, it sucks. Aren't you Italian? How are you surviving? Yeah. I like how 3 comments picked up on that. You know how frustrated I am? Every now and then I'll just be in a bad mood for no good reason. And I'm like, what is this? Oh, I haven't had pasta for 3 months. I might have had a pesto in there somewhere. I'm so pissed. Sucks. Friggin' sucks. What are your thoughts on superstitions? I'm a little stitious. Besides the drink of scotch, I've literally cleaned my apartment plus my hockey shop before every game down to the last dust speck. Is it crazy? It's productive. I support you. Can't wait for tomorrow morning to watch Carolina Podcasters. Hey, you know what you should watch? Podcasters in their mid to late 30s. because that's what we're doing. Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, Jesse Blake, Steve Dangle podcast tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. What? The Habs are 7-2 on the road and 2-4 at home. That's so dumb. Me joining the stream with my lasagna. Oh. Can I guess the record of the Canes in their last 18 Eastern Conference final games? I'm going to go 2-16. 1-17? Okay. Listen to me. Okay. Marner. Let's talk about it. Okay. 9 years he couldn't get it done here. In 9 years, he consistently wilted in the biggest moments in Toronto. Goes to Vegas. He's a killer. He's a killer. It's very obviously, at least somewhat, a Leafs thing or a Toronto thing. Who was the coach? Paul McLean in the Amazon documentary talked about demons during the 2021 documentary against the Habs. Leafs were on the verge of blowing it, and he was talking about the demons. Sorry, you're 1-17 in your last 18 Eastern Conference Finals games. I don't care who you are. I don't care what team you are. That's in your head. That's in your head. You could take this past season's Vancouver Canucks, plop them into the Eastern Conference Final. And if they play 18 games, I promise they're winning more than one of them. They're going to lose most of them. They might only win 2. They are not winning one of them. One? You can't tell me that's luck of the draw. Wow, the Marner hate is real, as I'm literally complimenting him. Ah! You can't 1-17? Kane seeing ghosts out there. Yeah. That drains the life out of me. Still, let's go Kane, says Rocket Man. Choo choo, says Francois LaBelle. Not little stitches. Don't wear my Habs jersey. Oh, didn't wear my Habs jersey. Is next VIP funny? What did we talk about? I feel like it was pretty funny. That should be coming out in an hour, right? Right? I think so. Have you tried spinach mushroom lasagna with Alfredo sauce? Alfredo sauce feels like something I shouldn't have. And also, I'm not a huge mushroom guy. And also, I'm just so sad. Maybe not this year's Canucks, Steve. Yes. Yes. I didn't misspeak. You could take the worst team in the NHL, and they are not losing 17 out of 18. They're not. That is between the ears. Thanks for all you do, Steve. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, thank you for joining us. Heavy cream and Alfredo. I know. Dude, I'm eating so much cereal with almond milk. I have dry cereal, and I'm like, no, you know what this needs? A liquid that tastes like popsicle sticks. Do we have that? Okay, let's wrap this up. Stop talking about food. What a game. Starbucks is usually bleh, but Nitro Cold Brew has some Guinness vibes. I'm hungry right now. I'm going to go fix that. All right. Hell, this year's Canucks won 4 in a row at one point. That's crazy. Okay, I have to wrap it. That is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I hope Matthews stays in Toronto, where he will be a division rival of the Montreal Canadiens, who are up 1-0 in this series over the Carolina Hurricanes.